Hello, and welcome back to the series that I've been working on for you, which is the anatomy of a great massage business website. We are on part 4, which discusses how to create awesome website content that will land you at the top of search results. So, this will cover a bit of creating content and what is important in that, and then also search engine optimization alongside of that. I am going to try and keep it to the point so that it doesn't get really long because this is a fairly big topic. The one thing I'll say before we kick anything off is that you want to create content for your website and for all of your marketing materials with your ideal client in mind and also your branding in mind. That's the most important thing. You want to make sure that it's something that your clients can relate to, something that they will enjoy reading or looking at, and that really speaks to them. That's 100% the most important piece of all of this. And then keeping in mind that people do not spend a lot of time reading content. So while you may need to have a lot of words on a page so that your website in particular ranks on search engines, you'll want to make sure that you divide that up and bold things and create sections and that kind of thing to make it very readable as well. So typically when people do look at a website, they're reading in what is like an F pattern. So they're kind of scanning like this across the page, and then they're going down and they're reading line 2, and then they're kind of scrolling in a line after that until something grabs their attention. And most people do not spend more than just a couple seconds on each website page. If they hit 2 minutes, you're doing really great. So just keep that in mind when you're creating a website. For search engine purposes, you do need a lot of words, at least 300 to 500 words on a page that's highly optimized with keywords. But when you're thinking about building the website for your clients, you'll want to make sure that that's really, really scannable content. Okay, so what is search engine optimization? Search engine optimization is a set of techniques and strategies used to improve the visibility and ranking of your website or web page in search results. The primary goal is to increase free traffic, basically. Organic traffic equals free traffic. So you're not paying for this traffic. It's really just your time and energy that you're using to get your content to rank. That is what you're paying for, or how you're paying, I guess, with your time and energy. You will be optimizing various aspects, both on page and off page, and I'll explain what that means to make your website more appealing to search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. And people are always like, is SEO important? Does it matter? Besides, what is it? Why should I do it? So it's really important, and it's actually a really easy way for you to get clients. It's not a short-term thing. Like if you optimize your website today, it's not necessarily going to change things for you tomorrow, but it is something that builds up over time and that lasts for a very long time and continues to work for you even after you put all that effort in. So it increases your online visibility. It brings you more organic or free traffic. It builds credibility and trust of your website across the web and with clients. It creates a better user experience. It gives you a competitive advantage. It's cost-effective marketing, and it brings you targeted traffic, which means more of your particular ideal clients if you do that well. I mean search engine optimization well. The very first step in making sure that you're writing content that is SEO optimized is to do some keyword research. So up to this point, hopefully you've gotten to where you understand who your target client is and also what your branding is. So from there, you can use that to, really develop out your services and your pricing, and then we can come to the keyword research. So with keyword research, it's basically like the basic step for doing search engine optimization, you can't really optimize your website without knowing what keywords you're optimizing for. In a lot of ways, this can be really intuitive for massage therapists, but you can use tools such as like Ubersuggest or SEMrush or Ahrefs. That's Ahrefs. You can also do a search for like free keyword research tools. You can Google your keywords on Google, and then I will show you shortly on how to look at what else you might find there. Or you could use Google's keyword tool as well. So it's basically the first building block in SEO, and the primary objectives of keyword research are to understand user intent and their journey, to optimize your content to increase visibility, to do a competitive analysis, to get content ideas, and to optimize paid ads if you are running those. Some ideas or examples that you might think about are doing massage city state. So it would be, in my case, massage Portland, Oregon. That would be a keyword that people would probably be searching for in Portland. And that those types of keywords are going to also help you with keywords like massage near me, deep tissue massage city state, how often should I get a massage, cupping therapy city state, best massage therapist city state, and then massage in the name of your neighborhood if that's a way that your area is divided in. So like for my neighborhood, it would be like massage Alberta neighborhood, massage Mississippi Street neighborhood. Those would be examples of things I could use if I were optimizing using my neighborhood. Well, let's take a look at a keyword search example. So I used massage Portland, Oregon. This might be something that someone visiting Portland would use if they were looking for a massage. And of course, it's going to show massage therapist somewhat near my area. And it's going to almost always show you this list of Google My Business. That's what Google My Business listings look like here in the top search results. So that's why it's really good to have your Google business listing set up and to be getting reviews there, because that's something that people will see right away. And then outside of these top 3 listings, you could always, click on other massage therapy listings here in this map as well. And then, of course, Yelp always shows up next. And I'm going to see the next website that's showing up in the top search results. So Zama Massage, they often show up in the top search results for Portland. And we can see that see if I can get out of these pop-ups, that they have quite a bit of content on their website, which is helping them show up for search results. So I'm not necessarily using this as an example of how you should create your website, but what this is an example of is how they have a lot of keywords on their pages, which is helping them show up in search results. Okay, so if you're doing keyword research and you wanted to see, are people searching for massage Portland, Oregon? You could go in here and say, people are searching for that. And then you could take a look and see what else are people searching for. So it'll tell you here, people are also asking these questions. Yeah, probably not a lot of these would be super helpful to you, but maybe if we did Ashiatsu massage Portland, Oregon, maybe it'll give us a little bit different results. You can see once again, we have the top search results, and then we have once again, Zama is showing up there because they have content that's optimized around this. And then we can look at what other things people are searching for around Ashiatsu. So what I would use things like this for are writing blog posts. So I could write a blog post that says, the title of the blog post could be, what is Ashiatsu massage good for? And that could be a blog post on my website, which would help me pull into these top search results for anything really around Ashiatsu massage. Another one you could write is Ashiatsu better than deep tissue? So on and so forth. So there's a lot of gold in just Google search results. And again, you can use a keyword tool. Let's say we can just say free keyword research tool, and you can see that a bunch of them come up in the search results. And you could basically go massage, find my keywords. And then you can put in any, parameters that you wanted to, and you can see that it's going to come up with a bunch of different massage keywords that you can look at, and it'll tell you how much search volume there is per month, if there's this would be like your ad cost, and how much competition there is for that keyword on the web. So those types of things can be really helpful in doing keyword research. Okay, so step 1, do your keyword research. Step 2 is thinking through what your customer journey is. So I recommend whatever way works best for you, kind of drawing this out somehow and thinking through what a client does when they come, how do they get to your website, and what happens once they get there. So I've written it out here on these slides. You can think of it like, in a linear fashion like this. You could do yours like that, or we could say, let's pretend we're doing one. So a client's like, here's something from a friend about Ashiatsu massage, decides they want to try it. So they search Ashiatsu massage in their area. They come here, and what's the first thing they do? They probably look at these top search results, which is why it's really important to get to the top search results. They might look here, they might scroll down a little bit and look at the first few on these pages, and then they're going to look at these reviews. So get good reviews, get lots of them, get in the habit of asking your clients to leave you reviews. We see this one has 50 5-star reviews. So the person's like, yeah, let me click on and see their website. They go to the website looks nice. I kind of want to see what's going on here. So maybe I read some of these testimonials, and then probably I want to go to the services page, and I want to take a look at what services they offer. If they were here, I would read through them. And maybe I decide, I don't know if I want to book with them. I'm going to go back to my search results. Let's see what Mudra has going on. So go to Mudra's website. Okay. Yeah. Like it. Maybe I'm going to go to massages here. Okay. I see that they're offering what I want. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and book. So that might be your customer journey from searching to booking. And that'll help you understand what is important to put on each page. If you really understand the customer journey, then you'll understand what clients are looking for. And especially if you've done the work of understanding your ideal client, it's going to make it so that you have the most important information at the top of the page, and that you can kind of think through what people would be looking for once they went from your homepage to wherever they might go next. Okay, so you would think through that piece and then map out your customer journey so that it can help you as a guide in creating your content and making sure that you are getting the content where it needs to be, and that you're making it as straightforward as possible for the client to find the information they need and to book with you. All right, so continuing on our content route and kind of mixing in the search engine optimization pieces with it, this is something to think about for your metadata. This is really important for search engine optimization, and it's something that often gets skipped by massage therapists when they're creating their website. So you will want to, whichever website builder you use, you'll want to make sure that within that website builder, you find the place where you can set your title tags and meta description and your URL structure. So you might even be able to set your keyword focus or your H1 in those back end portions as well. And you can always Google, like, how do I set my title tag in Squarespace or whatever you're looking for. But here's an example from search results from Neil Patel. He's the creator of Ubersuggest, that tool that I was talking about for doing keyword research. A little example from his website of what is a title tag. When you see those search results show up, it's the very first line that you see there. And then the meta description, which is set in the back end of your website, is what Google pulls into the search results. So it's really important that you set those the way that you want them to be, because it's what's helping entice people to book. And it also is making sure that search engines know what your website is about. The other pieces of on-page SEO are making sure you're creating high quality and relevant content, that you are optimizing your images and setting alt text. I'll kind of show you what this looks like. That you're paying attention to linking internal pages. So for instance, if you're talking about your services on your homepage, then go ahead and link from your homepage to your services page. That helps with building trust with search engines and helping them know how to navigate your website. And then making sure that your speed is as optimized as possible. So one way to do this is to make sure that your videos and images are sized properly and that they're put on your site properly, and that you optimize your website for mobile devices. A lot of website builders such as Squarespace will already do this for you, but it's a good idea to just do a little QA and double check and make sure that everything's looking good on mobile. So you can see in our search results, we have our title tag and our meta description. Okay. And we can see here, when you kind of hover over the top of the tab on Google, you can also see the title tag here. Okay. So those were set, at least I know my website was set in the back end. And so I already know what should be showing up there as long as I did that correctly. Okay. And then the image alt text, let's see if I can show you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up here for you, but basically would be like, sorry. It would be like, let's say this image here. So that I would set in the back end, the alt text would be ashiatsu massage therapist performing ashiatsu massage. This one might be massage therapist pouring oil or providing CBD services. So the more keywords you can use in that alt text, the better, but it should also be describing the image. Massage therapist giving deep tissue massage, so on and so forth. And then internal linking, I bet we have some of those here. Internal linking most likely goes to another page on their website. So that's what an internal link is. Okay. And then high quality relevant content. Let's just use Cocoon as an example. You know, we have this website's all about really good massage in the Montevilla neighborhood. And you can see that we start out with what are your pain points, how we can help with those, what does massage do, and some CTA, book CTA, call to action, and then what we're about, what you can expect, what our clients are saying. So I would say this is super high quality, relevant content. It's relevant to what the page is about. It's relevant to what people searching for these services would be looking for. And it's well written and it's easily scannable. So this is a really good example site. I've shared it before of how you might create your website. It's an example of what you could use as a layout or just ideas for content as well. And that's cocoonpdx.com. Okay, and then we could look at this on mobile. And we could see that once we look on the mobile view, everything is looking still just as beautiful as it did on the desktop site. And it's really easy to use. And the buttons are big enough that we can push them and the menus there and all that good stuff. All righty. So that's on page SEO. And to continue on the content quality lane, so what is content quality? It's basically that you're creating informative, engaging, and valuable content that addresses the end user's needs and interests. So your ideal client, you're creating content for your ideal client. I've noticed that a lot of massage therapists love to create content that's honestly really more for them than it is for the client. And just keeping in mind that clients, they need, simple, straightforward, to the point, and that they're scanning your site, and that they listing out a lot of modalities. While there is some value in that, it's probably not going to be the bulk of your website. It should be more about, this is what we can do for you. This is how we understand you. We understand that these are your pain points, and this is how we're here to help you. And then this is how you can book with us. For search engine purposes, you'll want to make sure that you have between 300 and 500 words of keyword optimized content per page. Again, making that very readable and scannable. Going back to our site structure, you'll also want to make sure that you have a clear hierarchy for your content. So thinking of back to like composition class in high school or college, where you created an outline for your composition or your essay, you want to make sure that your hierarchy for your website makes a lot of sense and that you're grouping related content together. And then always keep the goals of your page, of your website, of your content in mind for each section, so that clients know what it is that you're trying to get them to do. And an example of this I've shown you already, but providing detailed information about pain points and how you can help with that, the benefits of your work, what to expect during a session, all of that type of thing. And then, of course, the importance of high quality content is intuitive, but it attracts and retains your ideal client, and it can help you get backlinks, which are basically high quality websites linking to your website, which can ultimately help, with search engine optimization. Content structure, I won't harp on this one because we've already talked a lot about it in the last video. But keeping in mind that you want to use a logical and descriptive URL with keywords in it if you can. So, your website.com/massage services, if we're talking about your services page, using internal links. We've talked about that as well. Using consistent naming conventions throughout your site. So if you've named something massage services in one place, keep it massage services throughout your website so it's not confusing for people. And then, of course, as we are talking about now, optimizing for search engines. I did go through what image alt text is about, but basically using descriptive file names that have keywords in them, making sure you do have alt text. That is something that's important for accessibility as well as for search engines. And you can see that here's an example. Oops. Here's an example of a good alt text if it was a picture of someone doing Swedish massage therapist performing Swedish massage. Okay, and breaking it down a little bit further, which is thinking about local search engine optimization, what this means is getting really targeted for your particular area, which is really important for massage therapists and brick and mortar spaces, because people typically, unless they're vacationing in your area, aren't going to be looking outside of near you to come get a massage from you. So you want to make sure that your website is highly optimized for your city and state, including like how I showed you on Cocoon Massage, they're using their neighborhood name. So if that's a way that people would likely search for you, that's something you want to keep in mind as well, and make sure that those words are included on your website. The whole goal is to increase the visibility to nearby clients who are most likely to book with you. So some ways that you can do this are to claim your Google My Business listing. I have a whole video on this and I will link it here as well. So if you haven't done that or you're not sure if you did it right, go ahead and watch that video and it'll hopefully help you get there. But you can always reach out to me for help at massagebusinesscoach@gmail.com. Doing local keyword research. So again, like massage Portland, Oregon, deep tissue massage Portland, Oregon, or whatever your city and state, making sure that you're including those keywords in your content. Local link building. This would be like building links to your website in directory listings, such as Nextdoor, newspaper listings, local directories, things like that. So if you have like a local massage school that lists massage businesses in the area, that would be a great place to make sure your information is listed. Nextdoor, you can do business listings. So you don't necessarily have to run ads with Nextdoor. You can just list your business there, and that helps boost your search engine optimization because that website is linking to your website, which ultimately tells search engines more about your business and where you're located and all of that kind of thing. Online citations is basically like ABMP directory listing. So listing your business on ABMP and AMTA. You could put your business on like Yelp. You can put your business on, there's several different types of listings out there that are just directory, like Yellow Pages, Monta, Foursquare, Hot Frog, that kind of thing. So those are really good to have. The more links you have coming to your website that are high quality, so you don't want really spammy sites linking to your website, you want high quality links to your website. Those will help search engines see your website as having more authority and more trustworthy, and will continue to help search engines understand your location and what you're about. And that way they will say, yes, we want to give this website to our people who are searching on our platform. It's a trusted site. They clearly know what they're talking about. They're real, they're legitimate. Let's serve it up in the top search results. And then if you have like, let's say you have multiple locations in Portland. Let's say I have one in Portland and one in a nearby city called Beaverton. I could create a location page called, whatever my business, Portland, Oregon. And then I could create a location page on my website called my business name, Beaverton, Oregon. And that would help me show up in Portland search results and Beaverton search results. Getting user reviews and ratings. So I showed you the importance of that in just a few minutes ago. Super, super, super important. I cannot stress the amount of importance that you should put on getting reviews online from your clients. Just make it a practice to reach out a couple times after they've been in to ask them to leave reviews for you. And the more, the better. Even if you get a couple of bad ones in there, it's okay. Just so it shows that you're real and legit. So getting those reviews and then responding to reviews and thanking people for taking the time as well is a really good idea. And finally, you don't have to be active on social media as a business. It can definitely help drive people to your website and all of that stuff. But even just having your listing set up is really helpful. Put a link on there to your website, and it acts as a listing, just to show that, hey, this business is legitimate, it's open, and they're good. Okay, we talked a little bit about mobile optimization, but basically this is making sure that your website loads quickly on mobile devices and that everything works properly on mobile devices and that it looks good on mobile devices. Probably about 50% of your clients will come to your website on mobile devices right now, maybe more. So this is really, really, really important that you double check your website and make sure it all works well. The other thing is that mobile-friendly sites rank better in mobile search results. So if your website isn't good on mobile, then it's very unlikely that you'll show up in those top search results for mobile. Getting to the end of this series or this section, you also want to make sure that you are monitoring your results. So you can use things like Google Analytics to measure your results of your website. It's a great way, once you kind of learn how to use it, to see what people are doing when they get to your website and make sure that everything is working properly. I'll do another video eventually on how to use Google Analytics well. And it's a little bit in the weeds, but I do think it's very important. And it can give you a lot of great insights on whether or not your website is working the way that you want it to. Another one is Google Search Console. It tells you a lot about how mobile friendly your website is and just any issues that might be coming up on your site, and a few other analytics that are really useful. And then Google GMB is Google My Business. They have their own set of insights that help you track your SEO performance and how people are interacting specifically with your Google My Business listing. And that's very useful. And then you can also use some of the other paid tools that I've talked about, like Ubersuggest, SEMrush, Ahrefs. You can pop your website link into there and it'll do a site audit and help you get keyword ideas and show you how you're ranking for keywords. And it can even tell you about your competitors and so much more. So if it's something that you're willing to pay for, those can be excellent tools to use. And usually they'll have a free version that you can try out first as well. And then once you have that data, you can set goals for yourself and see how you're doing against those goals and learn how to improve your website so that you show up higher in search results also. And it can also be an even better tool to help you learn how to improve your user experience for your clients. Though I'll say there's nothing better than asking your clients directly how they found the experience of interacting with your website and your booking site and anything else. So I do recommend also sending out regular feedback forms or asking your clients regularly if there's anything you can do to improve as well. Beyond that, I think that it is really important to ensure that you, after you've created and launched your website, that you review and update your content regularly to make sure everything's up to date. Another thought is to have a blog and to post maybe once a month, once a quarter, whatever you can manage. Blog posting is great for search engine optimization. It creates a steady stream of fresh content and can capture longer keyword phrases that your potential clients might be searching for. Like, for instance, how often should I get a massage? Should I get a massage when I'm sick? What's the difference between deep tissue massage and Swedish massage? Things like that. Keep in mind that not every client will enter into your website through your homepage. Every single landing page on your website has the potential to rank in search engine results. So it might be that your services page shows up in search results. It might be that your pricing page shows up in search results, or a page about insurance shows up in search results. So just remember to give attention to every single page on your website and to create more pages for keywords that you really want to show up in search results for. For instance, you might create a general services page that lists all your services, but then have a dedicated page for deep tissue massage and a dedicated page for hot stone massage, or whatever services you're trying to show up for in search results. And that pretty much covers creating content and making sure that you're showing up in search results for the most part. There's much more to this world of search engine optimization, but I do feel like this overview is a pretty good start. And I hope that you found it helpful. If there was anything that was confusing, I would love for you to reach out and let me know how I can make things a bit more clear, or where you got stuck or where you got lost. I can always create additional videos to help clarify some things, or if it's more of a one-on-one need, I am happy to schedule something with you, even if it's a short, free consultation type call, just to kind of clarify what I've been talking about in this video. For the most part, I just love hearing from you, and I want to create content that's you find really helpful for your business. So your feedback is essential for that. I really, really appreciate your time, and I thank you so much for continuing to check out this series. If you haven't seen the other parts, you can go to the playlist, Anatomy of a Great Massage Business Website playlist, and you'll find all the parts there. Next up, we have the final part of the series called Metadata and Tracking, where we'll talk a bit more about the inside pieces of website data for search engine optimization, and then a little bit of an overview on tracking. And actually, I think in that video, I plan to do just a little overview of Google Analytics as well, and how to use it in Google Search Console. So if that's something that you're interested in, please check out the next video once I post it. And again, always feel free to reach out. You can check out much more free information on my website, massagebusinesshelp.com. I have lots of other videos here on YouTube. I have an app, or soon we'll have an app, depending on when you're watching this video. And if that's something that you're interested in, you can reach out to me to inquire at massagebusinesscoach@gmail.com. And then please follow me on Instagram at Massage Business Coach, or on Facebook under Julie Campbell, or my page, The Business of Massage. Most of all, I would love it if you could share, like, subscribe this video, or to my channel. It is super helpful for me if you do share this content. I really, really appreciate it. And thanks for sticking around. I know this one was kind of a long one and kind of a deep dive, but I appreciate it. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great week.